What a beautiful day. I'm at a place called Fineshade, which is, you can hear in the background, a very busy, I think it's the A43 that goes from Stamford, which is over there, and Corby, which is over there. And I'm at the site of a, what was a Motte and Bailey castle. I don't think the motte's there anymore. I think it now has this abbey. I think that's called an abbey. It's not a priory. No, there is a priory. It says there's a priory over there on my right, but that says abbey. I don't know if it's just a private house now, or the monks live there or not. I'd have to look that up. But you can see some earthworks here. I'm pretty sure it was given over to them, and they may have built that. As you can see, this bit here is a lot higher. I think this was part of the motte, although if it was, it's certainly not that much higher than the ground on this side, so you would have been overlooked from up here. We are in some fantastic looking deer park. There's a group of lads on a walk there. I don't know if they're lost. As you can see, it's been managed over time. There's not so many trees around. Over there are, but the whole area would have been covered in trees. They used to like their hunting, the nobles, but that's the outer bailey there. You can see it on LiDAR and that. You can definitely see that there's a sort of a roughly circular structure, unless that was the motte. But I mean, where you look where I'm standing here, it certainly would have been, as a castle, it would have been overlooked from up here. So if you were going to try and attack this place, you would have an advantage looking down into it. So if the motte was here, well, there's no evidence of a ditch around it. It would have had to have been a lot higher, at least where it is now, to overlook to this field where I'm in now, to make it any sort of defendable place. There is a lot of water at the bottom there, as you can see where those lads are going. There's a river or a stream or something that runs round there. In fact, there's well, we walk round there in a minute. There's two streams almost. You can see some earthworks just there where they've put that stag, that sort of bronzy looking stag just there. I mean, there's definitely a bank going round there, which I would assume was the bailey. And obviously you can see the abbey building there, or buildings. It's a bit like a courtyarded as we come down here, I don't think this is called Fineshade Castle. I'll have to have a look at that. There's possibly some sort of an entranceway here, maybe, would have been. As you can see, it possibly would have come round from there, especially if that, although that bridge is probably not that old, a couple hundred years maybe, but they may have come in from over there. The busy road, that A43 there, that does go across the A47. And as you can see, it is higher here on this bit, so there would have been defendable from this side, looking down there, if this was part of the castle or castle building, outer part of the castle. But you can see just there how high it is compared to where the castle would have been just there. That would have been an advantage if you were archers and crossbowmen and you wanted to shoot down into the castle. I mean, it has been, I should imagine, with the buildings being built there, that they have been flattened somewhat. There are a lot of stones around here. There's a rabbit hole or something there, evidence of even more stones. So it may have had, I mean, a lot of the stone, whatever it was, would have been used in that abbey building there. Just a bunch of young lads there. None of them are older than about 15, 16. It's nice to see they're out. Yeah, you can see the oh, it's getting a little bit windy here. You can see we're in a bit of a valley here. That's where the water is. Slight little tiny escarpment bit there. If you were going to besiege it, that'd be a nice little place for a ringwork, but there's no evidence that it was ever, that I'm aware of. I mean, there are a few more, what you might call earthworks, coming down to this, well, I'd like to call it a motte, but I don't know if it's more natural than actually managed. There are footpaths here, so there's no actual access issues to this part. As you can see, that's the that little stream that goes up that way, comes down here, and then you've got this part here, which is the, I would suggest, is an outer moat on this side anyway. There is a pond there. How old that is, I don't know. It is lined with stone. There's a lot of willow trees here, but that could have been an older an older sort of fish pond or something, especially associated with an abbey. They would have eaten fish on a Friday, being Catholic, etc. But certainly from this side, it would have been very well defended. I mean, this little stream on the left here, and then obviously this moat on this side, if that's what it is indeed, a moat. You can see obviously there are the evidence of earthworks, although some of them have clearly been destroyed in the building of the abbey there. I think they did do an archaeological dig or something here a couple of years ago. I've driven past this loads on that Corby to Stamford Road. Never actually came here though. As you can see, all these willow trees along here. The bells were ringing on that tower a few minutes ago. I think that must have been 10 o'clock. And as I say, a really nice day, lots of birds. Even if it is the introduced ones like the pheasant, making a racket in the background. And then we come down to this bridge, which may have had earlier origins. As you can see, and there we are, back around this side. But if you're in the area, that's Fineshade, but I'll have to find out what the real name of the castle is. I think it begins with an A. I forgot. Never mind.